Good afternoon, everybody. Uneducated Economist here. So I was just listening to an interview with Peter Schiff and Jim Rickards, and it was pretty good. They were talking about all the reasons why gold is going to go up to $15,000 and even higher per ounce. And, if you're invested into the precious metals market or, the precious metal miners or, if that's kind of what you're into, then those things are a lot of fun to listen to because they really get your imagination going. Like, it's just like, man, $15,000 an ounce gold or $50,000 an ounce gold can, really get you jazzed. And, the information in the interview was pretty decent. But what I thought was funny, towards the end of the interview, the conversation got really heated. And Peter Schiff and Jim Rickards were pretty much arguing on the way to judge inflation. Because Peter Schiff is of the mind that you judge inflation by how much money is being printed. And Jim Rickards was going off of the way you judge inflation is by how much prices are moving, whether they're increasing or decreasing, depending on if you have inflation or deflation. And it was a pretty interesting argument because you can look at it, either way. Now, I'm kind of more in line with Peter Schiff in the definition of inflation being, the expansion of the money and credit supply. But really, everybody looks at inflation more the way Jim Rickards is talking about it, in which, you look at prices moving. Like, one of the big things that Peter Schiff was saying is that, all this money printing has created inflation. And you can see it in the asset prices. Stock market's in a bubble, real estate's in a bubble, everything's in this bubble on the account of all the money printing that has taken place and, found its way into those prices. But Jim Rickards was going off of how the Federal Reserve judges inflation with the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, and how this particular way of judging inflation hasn't moved nearly as much as the amount of money printing would suggest inflation would move. I think I said that right. Anyway, so this was the argument that went back and forth. I mean, do you judge inflation by how much money is being printed, or do you judge inflation by how much things cost, or the price of goods and services that are out there in the expansion of the amount of goods and services out there related to the amount of currency that has taken place? Because really, the argument of inflation starts to come once you have money velocity picking up. See, you can have all the money printed up in the world, but if it's locked up in a bank, it doesn't mean anything, right? But if you have all this money that had been printed and sitting in a bank, now all of a sudden finding its way into the economy and starts changing hands fairly quickly, then you're going to start finding that inflation is picking up on account of all the money printing that had taken place. So you see how the argument can go back and forth, and I thought that was pretty interesting to hear those two kind of debate that back and forth about the way to judge inflation. Like I said, Peter Schiff kind of has more of the accurate way of describing inflation by the expansion of money and credit, but Jim Rickards is more in line with the way everybody else is kind of judging inflation by how much they see prices moving. Anyway, I thought that would be a good one for the discussion. I'll leave a link down in the description for that interview. Wanted to give a great big thank you to Silver Liberties, who gave me a shout out on their channel the other day. So I really appreciate it. I'll leave a link down there for their channel as well, and I would appreciate it if you go and check them out and go and thumbs up some of their videos that you enjoyed. I haven't had a chance to really review a lot of their videos yet, but I do appreciate anytime anybody is helping to spread the message of information out there like we do here on YouTube. And yeah, so I would appreciate it if you go give Silver Liberties a check out, and yeah, let them know what you think of them. What else? Oh, thank you very much for the folks who have tipped me on YouTube or on PayPal. I've gotten some pretty decent tips lately, and I just kind of want to let you guys know what I do with that is I pretty much save all the PayPal, and once a week take the family out for either pizza or out to dinner, or we'll do something kind of fun as a family together. So that's pretty much what I do with those PayPal tips. Is I save it for for an outing, or, you know, like I said, for something that to do with the family. And that's what I save them for. That's what I do with that. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. And the family very much appreciates that too. Somebody sent me a significant amount of Bitcoin the other day. Very surprising. Thank you so much. I don't know who does that, because it's all anonymous. I don't see who actually sent it. I don't get any messages with it, but you know who you are, and thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. Thank you. Also wanted to do a mail call for you guys. I got a couple of packages here. The first one, actually, I know this guy personally, lives here in town. It's Chris, calls himself Old World Chris. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Chris. Let's see what you had to say. Oh, hey, right on. In code we trust. Hey, very cool. Very cool. Looks like it's a 1 ounce silver with the Bitcoin emblem on it there. And then on the back it says, in code we trust. Right on, man. Cool. Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. What do you have to say here? Hello, Mr. Economist. I've been meaning to send you this coin for a couple of months, but it is easy to procrastinate when the price of silver keeps going up. I bought like 5 of these a few years ago, probably when it cost me $16, $17 per ounce to get it delivered to my door. I've given away a few. I think the design is pretty cool. I bought them from Kitco. Not meant to be an advert. I saw they had another batch minted out of popular demand. I like to try and trick my friends into telling them it's a real Bitcoin and watch their reaction. I wonder if anyone has tried to pass it off as real. But I suppose that could get you into some big trouble if you got caught. After seeing your video on Bitcoin a week or two ago, I felt more compelled to finally send it off to you. I enjoy your videos and enjoy taking part in the discussion. Keep up the good research. Old World Chris. Thank you very much, Chris. That is a cool piece to add into the collection. I very much appreciate it, man. Thank you. Very cool of you. And I'll probably see you in the next few days, so I'll thank you personally, too. Alright, and this one is from, let's just say Dan and Sandy out of Georgia. You guys will probably know who you are. Hi Simon, top of the day to you. A few weeks ago I decided to take an inventory of some of my holdings for security reasons. I have my precious metals spread out but accessible. One place that I can tell you where they're not is a bank, a safety deposit box. I wonder whose idea it was to call a deposit box in a bank safe. It's anything but in times of economic uncertainty. In 1999, I became a member of an organization called the New Millennium Group. Its purpose was to make people aware of the up-and-coming 2000 potential Y2K problems and perhaps make a few extra dollars in the process. Their product was a 1 troy ounce silver ingot put out by the Franklin Mint. I was taking inventory and I discovered that I had 46 of these beautiful ingots amongst my other holdings. Obviously, since 1999, they have appreciated substantially, not only because their silver content, but the potential to become a collector's item. Because of your hard work, dedication, research, and efforts to educate us, I wanted to show my appreciation again by giving you one of these to add to your collection of goodies. It also has a certificate of authenticity. Perhaps sometimes you could do a video of your collection items in the future. I think that would make an interesting, or would be interesting to your subscribers, don't you? Yeah, I think it would. And, you know, that's actually not a bad idea for a video. I did a little collection of, or a video of my collection, of some of the stuff, you know, quite a few months back. But yeah, it would be neat to do an updated one of some of the cool stuff that some of you guys have sent me too. So yeah, maybe I'll work on something like that. In closing, please accept the token of my appreciation for your never-ending laborious effort by doing your due diligence. Thank you, man. Please feel free to set it next to President Trump's $1,000 bill. It will be interesting to see which one of those items increases in value faster as time goes on. Haha. All the best, Dan from Atlanta. Thank you, man. I really appreciate this. You guys are really awesome. You know, you make this whole YouTube thing and doing all the research and trying to come up with videos. You guys really just make it like, you make it fun, you know. You really do. Changed my life. I know I've said it before, but I can't say it enough. Thank you. Oh, wow, man. That is way cool. It's so clean. I don't want to pull it out of the case. It's so shiny. But check it out here. Isn't that cool? That is a very unique piece. Thank you. Yeah, I could see that easily becoming a collector's item. Especially since, what did you say, 1999? Very awesome. Very awesome. Alrighty, guys. Uneducated Economist, thank you very much. And let's see here. I don't think I have anything else to say. I'll leave a link down in the description for that video for the Peter Schiff, Jim Rickards interview. Yeah, Uneducated Economist. You guys let me know.